Hi, happy Friday. I'm Jennifer from the Somerset County Family Community Health Science Department, and we're here in the kitchen today getting ready to celebrate Earth Day. Earth Day is tomorrow, April 22nd, and today we're going to not make a food, but make a garden-inspired craft. We're gonna make Earth Day seed bombs. So you can, any store, even just on Amazon, you can get wildflower seeds. So try to look for a bee-friendly mix. So you can see this is just a mix of just wildflowers. So I'm going to put them to the side. And you want to have our Earth Day colors. So we have green, blue, and white, just ordinary paper. And what you're going to do is cut your paper into squares. So this is something really fun the kids can do. Even if they're little, it'll help with their cutting skills. So just cut them into squares. Now you want to have 3 separate containers because you're going to add some water and soak them for about a half hour, depending on the thickness of your paper. In my experiment, I did try this the other day, the white paper just seemed to absorb water more quickly. So I just have little containers like this filled with water. These were soaking, and I've already blended the green and the blue for time purposes. So we're gonna do the white together. So I have my white squares here that we're soaking. What I'm going to do is just squeeze out some of the excess moisture, but you do want these nice and wet because we're going to roll them up kind of like a meatball. So you're just gonna throw them into the food processor. We're not doing the colors all together. You want to do them separately, and then just rinse out the bowl. The paper just comes right off. So what happens though is when they're wet, they do stick together a little bit. So this worked really nice when I did it at home. And I have the sample to show you what the texture should be like, right? Because crafting, just like cooking, is always an experiment sometimes. All right, here we go. Check it. Okay, it's just clumping together. So you want to have an adult go in there and just move around the paper. Okay, so you need to blend that up. So I want to show you what it looks like. I'm going to come closer so you can see the texture. So it's going to look like this, like just little shreds of paper. And this is still moist from the other day. So then what you're going to do is you have your 3 containers or your 3 bowls, and you take your wild seeds, and you just sprinkle a bunch in with the paper. Okay, we'll add some more in here. And then you just take a little bit, right? The earth is made mostly of water, so we're going to take some blue, and we have our beautiful greenery, and then we want our white ice caps. Right, so we look like the earth. And you just mush it together and make little balls. So this is why you do want this nice and moist. The balls can be any size. So it looks like the earth. This one's a little tiny. But you just play with it. This is what's fun. It's what's keeping the kids busy. So this is what I made. And again, I want to show you the experiment that happened naturally. I had made these and the seed balls were wet. And I had taken plastic wrap just to cover them. But what happened, it created a little greenhouse effect. So you can see my wildflowers are already starting to sprout. So what we're gonna do with these is just go out in the yard and toss them around and help the flowers bloom. These are great because they are bee friendly, and bees and butterflies and other bugs are natural pollinators. So if you have a garden and you're having beautiful flowers, they're gonna naturally pollinate. So how adorable is this little Earth Day craft? Now, if you're looking for some food ideas, go back into our past videos. Last Earth Day, I made an Earth Day veggie burger from the earth. It was with black beans, and it was one of our most popular videos. So go back and get that video. I might find it and I'll put it in the comments below so that you have it. If your kids are little, food art is also fun. You can make trees and flowers with your food and have fun on the food plate. That's also in a past video. And then of course what I do every year for my family is make dirt cups. So Saturday morning I'll be out in the store getting some pudding and chocolate graham crackers and those little gummy worms and making individual dirt cups. My kids look forward to that every year. So many fun ways you can celebrate Earth Day with food, with crafts. But the most important thing is get out in nature. Go for a family walk, a hike, a bike ride. Really, look around and observe the plants and the bugs and the beauty of nature. Get some fresh air, get some physical activity. Enjoy the weekend.